Hey! Oh, man. What a week we have headed your way. Now, if you're a long-time Fiddly Dicker listener, you know darn well how much we get into the music of Mr. Mike Love. Well, guess what? We got him on the show. Had a great interview with him. We're going to break this up into 3 different episodes. So all week, this is Mike Love Week. Yeah, that's right. Mike Love Week. I'm just announcing it. You tell all your friends. Call them right now. Participate in Mike Love Week. It's going to be a great time. But without further ado, let's get this going. Take care, everybody.
Hello?
Hey!
Hey! Oh my God, I can't believe it. Mr. Mike Love with us today. This is amazing.
This is a dream come true for us, guys.
It really is.
And here's why, Mike.
You guys are so sweet.
Well, Mike, here's the reason why. Who threw it out on the text thread Thursday? So there's 7 of us in this group, and we could not agree on anything in music.
100%. I stand out like a sore thumb in this group.
Yeah, with your Polish disco.
Right, I got all kinds of weird stuff. And then I was actually in St. Louis just on a motorcycle trip with some guys, and they kind of left, and I was kind of hanging out by myself. And I saw these guys talking about your music, and I was working out. I was like, I'll throw it on. And I got to tell you, it instantly resonated with me. The sound was great. The message was great. I loved everything about it. The way you're working the soundboard is absolutely amazing. And I spent the rest of the day just listening to songs over and over again and just kind of feeling the love, so to speak, you know? Absolutely loved it.
Oh, cool, man.
So he throws it out on the text thread, and look out. Everybody's playing Mike Love.
It's like wildfire.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
We're playing it at pool parties.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kids are playing it now.
The kids are playing it.
They're into
love
it.
Yeah.
Speaking of kids, we
man.
went to their concert the other day. Don made me hijack their band concert. I had to go on the PA.
Yeah.
I put Mike Love on. All the parents were clapping because they thought they were listening to kids, but it was Mike Love.
Yeah. Sixth grade birthday party.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's, I mean, what better introduction than that? I love hearing that. You know, I feel like it's music for everybody. So I try not to focus on a certain demographic or even a specific genre. I just try and make music that's universal. So it's good to hear that it works. And I do hear that a lot, from people like, hey, my mom really likes your music, or my grandma likes your music, or it's like, or our kids, and it's like I love that it has no specific age limit to it. So much music is
That's right.
So much music is focused on either teenagers or college students, or it's like a certain demographic, and I just never wanted to do that. I never wanted to limit myself to any particular audience.
Yeah, you definitely accomplished
Well, you're putting a smile on my 76-year-old mother and my 12-year-old daughter. So,
Nice.
And my face too. So I really appreciate it.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go and say something right now. Your live album that you did at
In Hawaii.
Yeah, it was Hawaiian Brian's.
Mm-hmm.
That live album that you did, honestly, I'm going to say this right now. The best live album I have ever heard in my life. I absolutely love it.
No,
The production value, your recording engineer, kudos to him. That thing sounds incredible.
He needs a raise. Give him a raise. That guy is fantastic.
I did really, I got the guy who did the actual engineering recording is, one of the best engineers I know in Hawaii. And it was mixed by Jim Fox, who's like a really legendary engineer who's worked with so many people, since the 70s. So I did really when you say give that guy a raise, it's like I did actually spend a ton of money on production, on making it sound the best it could sound, because I wanted to, we rehearsed our asses off for it to make it happen.
So when you're full band, you're with the Full Circle, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is that their full-time gig is playing with you, or do they have their own side thing going too?
Well, Well, all of them definitely do a lot of other stuff on the side, and I think, everything's kind of changed in the last couple of years. I mean, we were going full tilt and kind of touring all the time before all of this COVID stuff happened, and then I think everybody, including myself, had to kind of shift gears and figure other stuff out. And even now that touring is starting to pick up again, at least this year, everything's kind of being booked really like last minute and just thrown together. And, financially, I took a huge hit like over the last couple of years. So a lot of the touring that I'm doing now is not with the band, is solo touring, to just kind of like, and a lot of those guys have been doing a lot of other stuff and, producing and doing more studio stuff. But yeah, it's tough, man. I mean, I think more than anything, it's been toughest on like the touring musicians, guys that are not like, because me, I still have some income coming in from, streaming and YouTube and things like that. But it's like a lot of my, band members have, gone on unemployment and all kinds of stuff,
Well, we were lucky enough to see you with your band though, right? You came to Chicago in the Chicago suburbs with your band last time, right? In the summer this year?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was, and that was really nice. That was the first tour that I've done with my band in like a year and a half, so
it was a great show.
It was great.
That keyboard player, remember how
fun.
happy that guy was?
Yeah, he was having a
He
blast.
smiled the whole time.
It's his brother.
Oh yeah, man.
So does Full Circle, do they live in Hawaii still and you're out? So how does that whole thing work?
Yeah, most of them do, but some of them, my bass player John, he moved to Boston a couple of years ago, and I have a couple different drummers that I use, depending on who's available, and one of them lives in Hawaii and one of them lives in California, but most of the guys still live in Hawaii. So, I mean, anytime we do anything, they just fly out and I fly out and we all fly out from wherever we're at and meet wherever we're going and go from there.
Do they bring you malasadas when they come from Hawaii?
Yeah, I wish.
I don't know what that means, but I love it.
I don't know what that means, but I absolutely
Mike
love
knows.
it.
Mike knows.
Yeah, that's all. That's all.
Mike
that
and Nick know.
matters.
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Me and Chapman don't need to know that.
As long as he knows how to speak Mike Love, that's all that matters.
I don't care.
I think we got to give the audience a taste of the full band.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then we're going to get into some other stuff.
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go.
Give him a taste.
Doesn't take a lot to get me high. These days, seems my troubles just pass me by. It's like I'm walking up in the cloud, always thinking out loud, like I'm speaking and the song is coming out. So I bend right down just to tie my shoes. Then on the pavement, it's so hard to keep from getting the blues. But I keep on trying on, singing a triumphant song, giving love 'cause I got nothing to lose. Yeah, but days pass by, people come and people flying up the door, I'm learning more with each experience. And my heart goes and my blood flows. I'm feeling lighter and lighter, like a feather. I'm burning brighter like the sun. And I think I like what I have become. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna just
So lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That guy sounds fantastic. Mike, you know this guy? Because this is a fantastic song.
Have you heard this music before? It is phenomenal.
I got to tell you.
Yeah, you got to check this album out, Mike.
Yeah.
It's no Polish disco, but
Hey, look at Mike. Mike's a long-time listener.
I tell you what, man, I've played a number of gigs in Poland. The first gig I ever played in Europe was right when I landed at the Woodstock Festival in Poland, and it's like a massive festival. It's like 500,000 people, just like the hugest stages you could imagine. And it was pretty interesting, man, because like, festivals in Europe are like, they're so much more eclectic than American festivals. And there was like this really trippy, like electronic metal band that played before us, and then we played, and it was really great, you know. And the Polish people, they're awesome. It was an awesome
passionate.
audience.
They're pretty passionate about their music over there. Whatever it is, they do get behind it.
Yeah, and then right after us, there was this band, and it was clearly a band that they were hugely popular in Poland because everybody in the audience knew the words, but they were almost like a ska, like disco kind of ska band or something, and it was it was like nothing I've ever heard, but they were a really great band, a Polish band.
God, see?
You know, and
hold on a second. Was that Maria? Who was that? Was that Maria and Steve? Who do you?
You are giving me a shit ton of street
not
cred right
Mirage.
now. Everybody's looking at me. The whole everybody. Like, they're not looking at you. They're looking mostly because you're not in the video. But they're looking at me going, "Oh my god."
Was it Mirage Yoko? That's
Mirage.
They're like, they're waiting for you to name the band.
Come on, you gotta nail this. Yeah.